that you're doing it real. Say who you be who you are. Them haters gon' hate and it's all regardless. Positive or negative, enemy or friend or foe or relative. So say what you want.
What's good, podcast family? We back at it. You listening to the Big Money No Problem Stop podcast. I'm one half your host, man. So what's poppin'? This is episode 2. I got my brother again from another AG, Mr. Ileana Jones.
You know it. What's happening?
Already. And just to let y'all know, man, we got a gym on the show today, man. I've been rocking with our guests. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna even call him a guest. So I've been rocking with my family since way back little grade school. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, AG, go ahead and introduce him, man.
Hey, today on this episode, we got the homie, super producer, Jig the God.
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, fam?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Yes, sir. Hey. Before we get started, this is one of my favorite joints that I don't know if Jig remember him doing this joint. It was for I don't know if you remember doing the song for B-Dot. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, hey, this we see you. He up in here. We see.
Yeah.
But
What's up, bro?
Oh, what's going on? Hey, that's my first time.
it.
My first time using this. I was like, "Where my video at?"
Hey, you know what I'm saying? He getting hip to the technology. Which he should already know. He a producer, so he should know all about this shit more than us. But this is the joint, man. I was like, I don't even think AG kind of remember this joint, man. But I just wanted to play a snippet to let the peoples know what this man really does, man. It's just a little joint. Here we go.
Let them go to the park, and I'll sit alone here in the dark. No joy left in my heart anymore. Let me hold on to my memories, and if I die this way, just let it be. I have no plans for the future, 'cause he's not here with me. Why should I comb my hair? But I know I'm not going anywhere. Why should I comb my hair? But I know I'm not going anywhere. Why should I comb my hair? But I know I'm not going anywhere.
Hey, I had to give him a little snippet. He gets the applause after that one. But
Appreciate that.
Hey, you know you one of my favorite producers, fam.
I mean, I appreciate the love, man.
You already
It's
know,
all
man.
great.
Yeah.
You already know, man. But yeah, man.
I'm proud of y'all, man. This
Hey.
podcast y'all doing, that's what's up.
Hey, man,
I love,
we just
bro.
pretty much, man. We just try and make it happen as usual. You already know.
Oh yeah.
You already know. But yeah, man, what you been up to,
Hey,
man?
any way to stay in the loop.
Oh yeah.
What you been up to,
Hey,
man?
I'm
Out there?
just working, going to school now, back in there trying to get my master's and still producing.
Oh, okay. Shoot.
Yeah.
How y'all good? Family safe, man. We gotta always put that disclaimer out there. Everybody stay safe. That coronavirus.
Oh yeah, everybody's safe out here, man. We pretty much stay to ourselves. We go get what we need and come back home.
Alrighty. Let the people know where you.
That's what's up.
Let the people know where you located at.
I'm out here in Yokota Air Force Base out near Tokyo, Japan.
This man over
Been out here since got out here January, so it's been pretty nice so far.
Yes, sir.
Now, you ain't close to Wuhan, are you? You ain't, you know what I mean?
Nah, we ain't close to no Wuhan, man.
All right. So let the people know he ain't close to Wuhan, y'all. So you know what I mean? He's cool.
I'm good. No symptoms.
All right. That's what you gonna call it. COVID cool.
You already know. Crazy. It's been crazy out here, man. You already know it's been crazy out here in the States, as you know, if you've been looking
Oh,
at
yeah.
the news. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey, they
saying?
just made it to the point now, you know what I mean? As of today, we can't be out in public without the mask on, you know what I mean?
That's how we are over here.
Shoot.
Hey, I forgot about it, went into churches, and the churches kicked me out. They was like, "Hey, sir, you can't be in here." I said, My bad.
All right.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here, bro.
But nah, people, let me tell y'all about this man, Jig the God, man. He been in this game and been pushing music since about 12 plus years now. It's been a minute. Got like over 10 plus projects up under his belt. Number one little radio records overseas with overseas artists and shit, man. Just doing your thing, man. Shoot, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are, man.
No, come from Florida, pretty much all over. I was born in Guam. Dad was in the military, so we went all over, Florida, DC, Korea. And yeah, that's where we met up in DC. So ever since then, it's been on.
Alrighty. Yeah, I've been rocking with the homie. Just a little quick story. This man right here on this podcast was the first. Me and him went to our first go-go together. For all y'all who don't know what go-go is, back in the music from the city. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, I'm Southside through and through, as people may know, from the DC area. But yeah, man, that shit was crazy.
Y'all gotta put me up on the go-go, man. Because when I came out there to DC, we ain't really get a chance to kick it. You know what I
know. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna introduce you to the sounds. We're gonna have some conversations about it and introduce you to the sounds.
I'm assuming it's kind of like how the house music is to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? That's
pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much.
Yeah, the go-go's where it's at, though.
That's why I tell people, man, too. And it was
great. A different vibe right there.
Already. And that's what I was telling people. Just a quick little story, man. When we talk about this social distancing, people I don't know if Jig remember this, but when we was at the go-go, we was youngest. We was like, what, 5th, 6th grade, around that time frame? And
it was younger than that, I think.
Yeah,
it was like third or fourth.
Yeah, third, fourth grade. And we had to go, man. And I think it was Pleasure up there. And for all people who don't know, Pleasure's the all-female go-go band from back in the day. And then I think JY was up there. You know what I'm saying? Playing. And when they talk about this social distancing, trust and believe, man, Jig back in the day had the social distance with his little situation back in the day. I ain't gonna say who the shorty name was though, but her brother was C-Ben though. I don't know if he remember that one, but it was kind of crazy back then though. But now we was youngest in the game though. Yeah, man.
So you already got this mastered then, huh?
Oh yeah, one of those. Yeah, so I don't know what social distancing is back then.
But yeah, man. But today, man, we kind of gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying, just kind of the changes, because we got a producer on here. So just, you know what I'm saying, he kind of up there, kind of know what's been going on, man. So we gonna have conversations pretty much about, you know what I'm saying, just the changes he's seen, you know what I'm saying, in terms of production from to back in them early late 80s, early 90s to now, man. So just kind of what's your thought process now on production now compared to back then?
Compared to back then to where it is now, I feel like back then it was more of a feeling, more simplified, more to the point. And now it's like they're trying to incorporate everything that they can. Like there's not that much feeling into it. It's just like it's on to the next one. It's kind of like a pressing line. You make something, you push it on, make another one, push it on. It's like they don't sit with it and see where the feeling take them. And I just felt like it's like it was more soul and more like emotion into it back then. Like you could feel the struggle and when they was making that, or you could feel whatever they was feeling when they was making that. And like, not to say it's like bad today, it's just different. Because I like some of the stuff today, but back then you like everything. I like everything, East, Midwest, South, up North. There's just everything.
That's facts though. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely.
It's funny. It's funny you say that. You expressed that sentiment, because that's the same thing that we had that boy B on here last week, and he basically said the same thing from the artist side. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just, hey, boom, it's so fast. You know what I mean? I'm gonna drop this, push it out, I'm on to the next one. You know what I mean? So that's not giving the people a chance to write down, get a grasp on it.
Yeah.
So as you drop that, it's on to the next. You got something else now. I can't even get the love for it.
And that's real. Yeah. That's real, man. And the way the music, like I was talking, like we had that conversation last week with that boy B, but I was just kind of emphasizing, man, like, how music today, man, shit used to be like just timely, and, we used to actually be able to just ride out with that shit. And even from a production standpoint, you know what I'm saying? It was almost like you could tell because hip hop was pretty much changing it. So people was kind of putting a little bit more emphasis in their work, you know what I'm saying, back then than it is now. Now, you know what I'm saying, the shit is just so rampant. It's like, shit, everybody can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I saw that first video y'all did. I was wondering, I'm like, who the guest is? Like, it got to be somebody special, but saw the homie up there, so
yeah, you
that's
already know. You already
Yeah.
know. So what would you kind of put your production style, like, who would you say you kind of, you know what I'm saying, who was you looking up to?
Back then when I first started,
Mm-hmm.
it was Just Blaze, you know, Kanye.
Classics.
You had Ninth Wonder, you had Premier, Pete Rock, you had all them. Even some of the Marco Polo. And you had like all the underground cats too. It was just like anything that I heard, I was just like, man, I wonder how they do this. And then one day I just like wanted to start doing it. I didn't start sampling though. I started trying to compose my own.
Gotcha.
That's why I messed up at, because that was kind of hard. You got to know like music theory and all that type of stuff. And I was just like, nah, let me get into the sampling game. And after that, it was just like, when I made my first one, it was over from there. I was in love.
Oh yeah, crazy. And this,
I noticed you use a lot of the keyboards and whatnot.
Yeah.
What do you? How do you feel like it's changed? I know when I was growing up, when I was younger or whatever, you know, it was the beat machines, the keyboards, and it wasn't too much computer generated music. I think I want to say Fruity Loops. I'm sure it was other applications and software that was, you know, available aside from Fruity Loops. But as far as the change in the authenticity of the actual sound quality and the beat, you know what I mean, versus, you know what I mean, with the actual instruments and versus computer generated.
Yeah, see, that's the crazy part. See, I started out with Fruity Loops. So when I first got, that's all I had. I had my computer, and I was like, all right, I want to do this, but how I get into it? So I downloaded Fruity Loops, and I started from there. But then eventually I got my first MPC, and after that, it was just like a difference. It's like you could hear the difference, you could feel the difference, and you like more tactile with it, more hands-on with it. So the sounds are like there, but it just don't have like the warmth and all that with it. It's just more digital. So it's different. Like I guess they're not using, some people are, but a lot of them are just like painting their notes in. So it's like, it's different from that point. It's just like, that's a quick way to learn, but it's just like, I feel like you need to get more into it and start creating your own sounds and all that type of stuff and not using presets.
Gotcha.
I agree. You know what I mean? From the artist aspect, it's a different vibe you get trying to write to you know what I mean, just a Fruity Loops beat. This, you know what I mean, boom, 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 you know what I'm saying, versus the when you can actually hear the instruments involved. It just does something different to you. You know what I mean, as far as your creativity for writing that project.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
So when did you feel you started to kind of hone in when it came to just kind of moving away from the sampling, but more to your style? Like, how long did it take you to kind of, you know what I'm saying, think about what type of style you got?
Oh man, it took me a minute because I ain't like what I was hearing for a good while. And it was just like, people would tell me it was good, but for me, it wasn't like where I wanted to be. And it kind of still ain't where I wanted to be. I'm still messing with stuff, still trying to figure out my sound. I'm always thinking about like what I want to do, how I want to be different. So I'm always like buying something different, trying to figure out how to incorporate it into what I want to do.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's something I've been noticing, you know what I'm saying? And then, like I tell you, like, I didn't even know, just to take it back, like when Jig was doing the music thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, especially from a production standpoint, because I remember when we started to link back up, that was back in like 2008 when we linked back up, and he was giving me projects, and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was hearing Kanye in you a little bit, you know, old Kanye before he started going
before he flipped out.
Started doing what he was doing, but it was more that classic.
Before he got Kardashian.
Exactly. So it was more that classic feel, you know what I'm saying, when it came to the music back then. And that's what I was kind of getting in your vibe. So do you feel like that feel is kind of gone from music today when we talk about just classics as a whole? Because when you talk about those producers you named, them niggas was making classics You know what I'm saying? With the
Oh yeah.
back then. Now it's like
multiples.
yeah, it wasn't just one.
It wasn't no one. You know what I mean? They was making
Exactly.
like multiple classics.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
So it's like niggas today is like it definitely don't get that classic feel with tracks like that. So do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can what's your thought process on that?
I feel like the feeling is gone. I feel like what was mainstream back then is now underground. I feel like it's more underground. Like you got to go out and find them different artists who still making that feel good music. It's a few of them here and there with the Kendrick and J. Cole, but other than that, it's just like it's not much representation out there for it.
More trendy.
Yeah, it's more trend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like you said, everything is quick, fast, and in a hurry. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put this beat together. You know what I mean? He gonna put a half-ass verse to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna push it out to the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. So what was just to take it back again, what was like the trigger point, you know what I'm saying, that kind of made you decide to get into music?
Man, that's a hard question. I always liked music, like even just listening to it. Like back then, it was like the late 90s. You know, you had the DMX, you had Juvenile, and all of them. It was just like I was like hearing I like hearing the things that I like, and it was just like, man, I want to know how they do this. So I had some friends like Thoughts. We went to like we grew up in high school and all that. That's why I met him back in Panama City, and they had like they little group. They was like had like 8-9 members, like they was Wu-Tang. It was crazy, and they used to produce their own music. That's when I saw them like sampling their drums and stuff like that. But they didn't have no hardware; they just had a computer. Okay. So I went over to their house one day and I was messing with it, and I had made this beat. And then I came back the next day and it was like, yeah, the dude changed it up. So I was like, hot. And I was like, oh, come on, man, how you gonna change my music up? So ever since then, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna try to get into it and try to like really do it. And I've been on a journey between hardware and software. And now I'm like got like a hybrid setup of both of them. So I kind of like that feeling.
A cool balance.
Oh yeah.
Such is life. You know what I mean? A cool balance of both. You know what I'm saying? I can respect it. When we started out, I mean, I wasn't producing; I was just rapping. But that's kind of how we had. It was kind of more so with the Fruity Loops. But then shout out to my guy Pat Forte or whatever. You know, I mean, he came in. He was with the beat machines and he was skilled on the keyboard. And he produced some excellent beats or whatever. But it's just, I mean, it was that balance between the both that kind of made the music feel, you know what I'm saying, at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. So in terms of your just your thought process with the music, so what is the one thing every song must have for it to be solid, in your opinion?
I'll say the bass line.
Yes.
Like when I listen to like the bass line, it's just like if you listen to the ATLiens Outkast album, like the bass lines on that album is just like crazy. And I'm always trying to figure out like, man, how they do that? Like the Dungeon Family is just ill.
Classic.
So the bass line is like the soul of the beat.
Oh yeah, the bass line.
It's the foundation.
Yeah. So if you got a real ill bass line, man, it's gonna take it over the top. Like it ain't even got to be in the beginning. It could come in later, and you just like, man, I wasn't expecting that. And that bass line just do something to you.
That's crazy. Do you feel like even in today's music though, with the way when you got your trap and you know what I'm saying and everything moving right now, do you ever feel like in terms of those eights on those tracks, could they be overusing it a little bit, or you just kind of, because you know back then, even on that ATLiens joint, you know what I'm saying, everything was kind of it was catching it right at those moments. You know what I'm saying? Now sometimes you feel like you throw shit up in the car, then you got a system. It's almost like listening to old woofers. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just because niggas don't, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas ain't rapping like they used to back in the day. So it's almost like more beat than anything.
It'll be more like a No Limit track. No Limit has some strong, hard ass bass lines. You know what I mean? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's what it was, though.
Yeah, I don't think they overusing it. Mm-hmm. I think it's more of the artist than the producers. Like the producer, he go do what he do regardless, but I don't think he's like overusing it. I think they might just be putting too many other elements in there with all the crazy hi-hats and all that type of stuff. But I feel like the bass, they be having the bass on point. I be feeling that bass.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this though, Jig, from from an artist aspect. Do you think that? Because I consider, when I put vocals to a beat, I consider my vocals to be another instrument. That's how I write. I write my vocals as if it's another instrument being placed on that beat to complete the to complete the actual beat. I don't think of it as a vocal track. I just think of it as completing the actual beat. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
As far as you as the producer, do you think that sometimes people overload the actual beat, to where it can swallow up the artist, or is it, is it just never too much stuff that you can add to it?
That's exactly the point right there. It's just like they don't leave room for the artist to do what they need to do. It's just like It's too much in there. It's just like the artist need his space to be able to fit up in there, and then it's just like it's already taken up. So now you listen to all these crazy hi-hats and patterns going on when you try to pay attention to the artist, and it's just like I feel like if they keep it a little simple, it'll have it gels better.
Sometimes you can't mess the words with the
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind gonna go to the
yeah.
Exactly.
But that's one thing I've always gathered since Chuck been sending me, like, I'd be like, hey, G, you got something? And I'd almost get mad because he always send me like about a minute snippet. I'd be like, as soon as I get into the
hey, I'm just saying, man.
But I mean, like, I always see like it's pure quality. You know what I mean? I would like rewind that minute 50 times to write. You know what I'm saying? 14 with 16 bars. I'm going to say 14, but 16 bars. I would keep rewinding it because it was just that I could. You know what I mean? I felt. You know what I mean? At home with that. You know what I mean? Even with that, just that small snippet of.
And that's real. Yeah. And it's kind of like a question. It's kind of like a question for both of y'all standing along those lines. Like, how do you feel, even from an artist and a producer standpoint? Like, how do you really approach like each other when discussing like the changes and the rearrangements with each other? You know what I'm saying? Because I know, like he was saying, certain producers got a certain way they want to do things. Artists got a certain way they want to do things. So, what's kind of like that medium in terms of just collabing on a song, on the track?
For me, when I'm working with an artist, man, I leave it up to them, because for me it's just like my work go be there. So if they want me to like take something out or add something here, hey, whatever you want, as long as it still sounds good in there, we can do whatever. I don't have no ego about nothing, man. I'm here to work with you, so whatever you want, let me know.
Because it has to be a collaboration like that on my end. Now, if I'm coming to the producer and I'm like, hey, I got this idea, you know what I mean? This is what I'm where I'm trying to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now that's gonna be a little bit more of my influence on it. But if I'm coming to the, to the producer, say I'm coming to Jig, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, what you got? You know what I mean? I need a beat. And he starts going through his repertoire. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, okay, I like that right there. So I'm gonna ask him. Hey, so what was your thought process with that beat? Because I want to keep my thought process aligned with yours. You know what I mean? In order for it all to mesh well. You know what I'm saying? I believe that if I'm in tune to where your mind was when you created that, then I can, I can compound my lyrics with your beat and we can make a masterpiece.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I like working with Thoughts. Like when the way I name my beats, he typically used that in his music. So if I name it a certain way, he'll like go make his subject about whatever the name of the beat is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, let's give a shout out to Thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, we gonna get him on here soon too. He coming up.
Project y'all work on. Hey, that was A1 money.
I appreciate that, man.
A1 money.
Hey,
matter of fact, I haven't heard of bad. You know what I mean? Anything bad from anything that I read,
The question is though, when me and you go do one together?
That's what I'm saying. I was looking in the archives trying to find one. I'm like, damn. Even on the old Soulful Sundays, I was like, that's what people don't know. Back when Jake was dropping a Soulful track every Sunday, and
even was that like 2013?
Yeah,
I did that for a whole year. That was crazy.
What was that? Dropped it for me, Ace, that boy B, and we all come back with some drop a beat, and we all come back with, with something to that beat. Yeah,
exactly.
I don't think I've completed a song since that Mind Over Matter joint.
Exactly.
You remember that?
Yep.
I think, and I believe, you sent it out, and that was the title of the song. The beat was titled Mind Over Matter.
Yeah.
Again, that's why I said, you know what I mean, I had to see, you know what I mean, that title, you named it. I had to keep my, you know what I mean, my thought processes to where you were when you created it, you know what I mean, which kind of helped me. Even if nothing else, well, it might be a little bit lazy, but for an artist, hell, if you already got a title for a track, that's the hardest thing for art. What track am I going to create?
There you go.
Yeah.
So when you as a producer, you already got a title for it, you got a theme for it. Okay, all I think I got to do is just put the vocals to it. You know what I mean? I just got to write something to you know what I mean, circumscribe what he already created.
Exactly. Exactly. So with your ear, when it comes to music, what's the as a producer from your ear, what's the first thing you listen to? You listen for when you listening to a new recording?
Typically listening to, I would say, their melodies. And then it's like, if there is an artist on there, I'll come back after I listen to like the production on the track, because I like there's a lot of beats that I like. I wish didn't have an artist, because I just want the music, because that's what I want to hear. I wish they would release the album and then an instrumental album.
That's damn near half these new niggas in the game, to be honest with you.
What?
Just to, but I feel
what?
Even with
if by chance the production don't suck, you know what I'm saying? That, hey, you finally got a cool ass beat, but nigga, what did you just say on here?
Exactly.
Yeah. Even with the last project I just did, I had somebody hit me up. He was like, "Yo, man, this is fire." He's like, "You got the instrumental? I can get that." I was like, "Hey, man, I created." I said, "I ain't got one, but I created for you. Like, if that's how you want it, I'm gonna make it for you."
Trust me, when we get towards the end, we definitely go plug where they can get all that at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So in terms of like just inspiration, like who inspired you to really? I know you named a few of the production. What about their styles kind of inspired you to really just do what you're doing today?
It was just soulful. It was like the type of music I like listen to. It's like growing up, Jay-Z, Mos Def, Talib, Common. Like those were all my dudes right there. It's just like, this is what I like listening to. So Jay Dilla, you had Kanye, you had all them producers who was just making the type of music that I like, and it was just like, that's like the inspiration that I went for. It's just like that soulfulness, and then you had all the other ones. You had the Mobb Deep, so you had Havoc. He was an artist and a producer. His drums and all that is just like, it was crazy.
Mobb Deep. Mobb Deep. Even going back to the bass. Hey, now Mobb Deep has some strong ass bass lines.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep has strong ass bass lines, but they also had the right accompaniment with it too. You know what I mean? It was just a perfect blend. You know what
I mean? It really was.
I swear it was.
And that's the crazy thing, because what people really don't know about Jig in a way is, man, when he talk about them soulful samples that you were hearing a lot of the early stuff and still some of the stuff he's still putting out today. I went with this man to the record store, so he's still doing stuff off of records. You know what I'm saying? And that's the old school style of producers, from what I know and how they really work. So he got crates and crates of just records.
It's damn near unheard of now.
Exactly.
Hell, the DJs don't even spin with records no more.
Nah, they can't. That's back-breaking work right there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, even like going back to Mobb Deep, like the way Havoc used to like come right in, like you could hear like this song about to be like ill just by the way it came in, like with Shook Ones. And when that first came off,
oh yeah, hell yeah.
It was like, man, what is this?
People
crazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you think about the production and how much you can kind of feel what these dudes was doing and putting that production behind those words, because they was really feeling that true pain. So it's like, I need music like that, so I can really spit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not, like I said, I don't throw shots at the way the new wave of music or anything like that. Because like I said, I rock with everything. You know what I'm saying? If it's rocking, it's rocking. So it's no knock on it, but it's just, when I tell people, you know what I'm saying, I have conversations with some of the youth a little bit about it. It's like, you fuck with music that kind of you can really, really relate to. You know what I'm saying? So when you talking about them old soul foods, when you having those moments coming up the way we all coming up, it's like, I need those to make you think type of projects. And I want to hear that.
Oh yeah.
And to put you back in the mood.
Because I mean, I firmly believe that beat it's gonna generate, you know what I mean, the feel for your lyrics. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
If it's just a simple, you know what I mean, just a simple Fruity Loops beat, a couple of melodies or whatever, you know what I mean, it's not gonna what's the word to say, motivate you to, you know what I mean, to spit anything soulful.
You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's gonna cheapen your words. I don't feel like I need to show my true talent out here because the beat is not you know what I mean, motivating me to do such.
Exactly.
Right. I feel like in these days they have no, like, music has no replay value. It's a lot of one in and one in out the other. It's just like you don't want to go back and listen to that next year. But I'm
Exactly.
still
You know
I'm still putting on stuff from like the 20, 30 years ago.
Exactly.
One thing I noticed about your production, when Chuck would send it to me, I would always have to sit there and think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have to sit there and think. It ain't just like, hey, I can write 16 bars, you know what I mean? Boom. You know what I mean? Now, hold on. I have to play it again, play it, you know what I mean? It made me think, and it generated, you know. Hell, I was, my whole style was more so Southern and kind of, you know what I mean? Well, just a Southern effect. But you actually made the first person that made me start trying to switch my game up a little bit. I try to switch it up a little East Coast. You know what I mean? Just trying to, because I've been known as a beat writer, you know what I mean? So just trying to catch the feel of the beat, and I'm gone, you know what I mean? So it was like, damn, this beat hard, but like, it's different.
Yeah.
But I'm digging it, you know what I mean? And it provoked thought.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to do with my music. I don't want you to just sit there and get it and write 16. I want you to feel something because I felt something while I was making it. So I want you to feel something in your way and then like take it wherever you take it, but put some type of emotion into it.
Exactly. So do you feel like the way I was kind of talking about the way where you got lyricists, because the way music is being done today, you got a lot of lyricists who got to kind of dummy down their rap. Do you feel like producers in the game kind of dummy it down, like their production to kind of cater to the new wave of music?
I don't think so. That's why I personally feel it's the artists. Like they can do whatever they want with their beat, but they choose to do what they did with it. They didn't have to. They could have went back and said, "Hey, can you slow it down just a little bit? I want to do something else different than what I originally thought I wanted to do," instead of just putting out what they put out.
Would you prefer for them to do that, or would you prefer for them to just, you know what I mean, rock with what you give them?
I prefer, well, if you feel, I feel like if I make something, but you want to take it a different direction, I can do that for you. But if you put it out, I'm going to tell you, like, I don't like it, or this ain't something I want to rock with, but if that's what you want to do, then I'm going to do it for you. But I don't have to like it. It's for everybody else, your fans, to like it. That's what they like. But I want to take you in a different direction. That's all.
And he ain't lying, folks, because
there's
been some artists. I done sent some stuff back that done rapped on this shit, and he'd be straight up. You know what I'm saying?
He will provide his opinion.
Yeah. But that's kind of like, but that kind of takes it back to, like I said, when we was talking to that boy B last week, it's like, you don't need, even from a producer standpoint, because at the end of the day, that's your stamp. You know what I'm saying? As a producer. So when somebody's dropping music on you want it to be the best quality project that it can be. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what's going to the masses. You know what I'm saying? Because the first thing, real talk, the first thing people really listen to when I listen to the song, what makes you get into the song is the beat.
It's the beat. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if
that's
it ain't
the first thing you gonna hear.
If that ain't right, I don't care how good of a lyricist you are. I could be Jay-Z, Kendrick, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole, anybody. But if the beat trash, you ain't rocking with that jump. So that's what people I feel like gotta understand. I feel like you gotta keep producers who ain't afraid to let that. I don't care how big you are. You gotta let that artist know, like, dog, yeah, that shit.
Yeah, like nah, this ain't gonna work.
Yeah, man. Like,
so, hey,
it's my product.
Not to mine. No. Hey, but I got this other one over here for you if you want to use this. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, like I'm working with an artist right now. He go by Milk, and he got a different style. So he do a lot of things. He always asks me like, "What you think about that?" And I'm like, "Hey man, if you love it," I was like, "It ain't for me. It's not my type of music. But if you love it, I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna make it for you." Like I want you to get your fan base. I want you to get your artistry out of what you're trying to do. Like I don't have to love everything that I do. I'm gonna put my spin on it, but I'm gonna do it the way you want it. Exactly. As long as you like what I'm bringing to you, I could do it all day. But I don't have to listen to it for you. It's like I don't have to like everything that I do for the person that I'm doing it for.
Fact.
So,
right. So if you could co-produce, somebody came up to you and was like, "Hey man, I want you to help me with this one." You know what I'm saying? What's another producer you feel you would like to work with?
Oh man, that's crazy. That's a tough one right there. Man.
I would hope you say Kanye because he need to get back on that path again.
I would say Ye, but Ye, he out there right now. If you give me graduation, Ye.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Late registration, Ye. Yeah.
Definitely. And I can see that. I can actually visualize that. You know what I'm saying? I could.
Yeah, but right now I have to say Primo.
Yes.
Because I think Primo, the way he do his drums, the way he sample and all that type of stuff, I feel like we can mesh well together. Like, I feel like that'd be
for those out there that don't know who Primo is. You know what I mean? Can you you know what I mean? Name off a couple of tracks because some people might not know who Primo is.
Man, that's how you don't know Primo, man. You gotta know DJ Premier.
Yeah.
He just had the big versus challenge against he went with
You'd be surprised at all our music fans out here that don't really that's really kind of clueless. You know what I mean? Primo Premier. Who's DJ Premier?
Shoot, the last track he had with J. Cole, there's some stuff out there that the man did. You know what I'm saying? Classic.
Yeah.
It's some classic. So
you got some stuff with Hov, Jay-Z.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
You know, Guru.
I can see that. And I can see you bringing a whole total different, you know what I'm saying, feel to what they already, you know what I'm saying, to what they already provide.
Exactly. That's love, man.
I've seen you from the music I've heard from you. I've seen you kind of like master, you know what I mean? I want to say different genres, but you know what I mean, different. I want to say kind of like different moods, different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Different styles. I'd heard, you know what I mean, from the Southern effect. I heard the East Coast effect. I heard a little bit of West Coast effect. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I mean, multiple facets of versatility in your production.
Yeah, I want the soulful. I want the soulful Sundays back.
Man, come on with it. I need a little run me that.
Hey,
when I finish school, I'm gonna get back on it, man. School killing me right now.
Already. So what's your what's your advice to some of these up and comers, you know what I'm saying, still grinding to get to where they need to be? Like, what's your advice to these young kids trying to do what you do?
I would say be yourself. Don't try to follow the trend. Whatever you like, you make that. Don't try to chase a check. Just do it for the love, because I done plenty of stuff for free. Yeah. Still doing things for free. And it's like, for me, it ain't about the money. I love music. So it don't matter. Like, if I got the chance to work with Jay-Z, it ain't about the money. Like, I'm doing it because my name gonna be next to Jay-Z forever.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
It's like iconic. You know what I'm saying? Iconic. I'm going down in the books with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's history right there.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's why I tell people, man, it's like the underground scene and what this music is and what's going on, man. And a lot of people, like I said, with Jake the God, man, a lot of people don't know yet who he is, but I'm just telling you, this man is a genius behind what he got going on, man, with the production, man. He been rocking at it for years. He ain't no new dude in this game. You know what I'm saying? It's like he been rocking with it for years, and he ain't lying, man, because I'm gonna be real, because you know we talk our shit on here, but shoot, we still want that check from the New Zealand artist, you know what I'm saying, who we did with this man. Like,
man, you still stuck on that, man.
I'm still, hey, I'm just saying, man.
You
like,
won't ever let that go.
No, because the shit, I mean, at the end of the day, man, like I said, you putting out quality content, you putting out quality product. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, shoot, you deserve it's just due for a lot of that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I just read it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking the real on that, man. So
I feel you.
great. Yeah,
All right,
it's great. It's
that's
great.
that's the label. Big
Hey.
money, no problems.
Hey,
Run that check.
I'm just speaking the real, man.
Run that check, buddy.
And that's what I got you for. That's what you do.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, I'm just saying, man. It's just crazy out here. So, I mean, go ahead, plug everything, man. Let people know how they can get in contact with you, what any new projects you got coming up.
You know, I'm on Instagram, at Jig the God, JIGDAGOD, or you can hit my website, jigthegod.com. Got all the different projects on there. You can email me on there. You can, go listen to everything that I got. Working on some new stuff with Thoughts. Like I said, working with Milk whenever he released some stuff, and just still producing, man.
Already. And I got it. And like I said, one more time, because we're going to get him on this show, Thoughts. That dude there is one of the toughest lyricists in terms of that people don't know. I'm just being real. That people don't know.
The name speaks for itself.
I mean, the man, but like this dude writes bars and he don't say nigga or curse in his words.
Nope.
I'm just speaking real, dog. That's how tough the young boy is. So I mean, well, he not young boy, but he definitely tough, man. And then the young boy he got working with him, Capo, man, he right behind him, man. So definitely check out that two-headed monster.
Vocabulary is strong, verbiage is immaculate.
Hey, man,
that's a nice duo right there, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. But now,
Jig,
right there. You already know. But like I said, man, we want to appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying, for being on the show.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Hey, we're gonna keep it moving, man. This BMNP movement is all, this what they gonna see and what they hearing when we put this all out, and you know what I'm saying, and everything, and everybody in this shot, like I said, and everybody that you gonna hear. These are the three right here. We the three when it comes to this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jig is the music of it. VP operations right here. You know what I'm saying? AG. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's like we gonna keep pushing it. We gonna keep touching these avenues to get this content out there, because like I said, man, we got a lot of talented people. You know what I'm saying? Around us that need that opportunity and that shot, man. And I feel like you, that boy B, everybody we done had on so far.
The team, even with the extended team, just spreads.
Exactly.
Far. You know what I'm saying?
Ace the phenomenon.
And,
shout out to Ace and shout out to that boy B.
You already know, man. So
shout out to Rhett.
Exactly.
We got, what is it? North Carolina, South Carolina, DC, Baltimore, Texas, Chicago, Indianapolis.
Keep going, man. We can keep going and going. Even in California, we keep going and going, man. So
right on, we got a nice little reach.
Exactly. So like I said, man, we want to thank this man right here. He over in Japan right now. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining, stay safe out there, showing his love, coming on to the show.
Stay safe too.
I'm gonna come out there and Tokyo Drift.
You already. Stay stupid over there.
Hey, and you can find more information about Jig and his links, our links on the. We got the first edition of the newsletter coming out, and it's it's featuring Jig. Jig Guy has his bio on there. Has our Facebook link, Instagram link, YouTube, SoundCloud has a link to Jig the Guy's web page where you can check out all the
Jig the Guy, jigthegod.com.
JIG, capital DA, capital GOD.
Exactly.
Check it out.
Exactly. So once again, man, we want to thank him once again. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the support.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? For everybody.
Always, man.
You know what I'm saying? So we good to go, man. Yeah. So go ahead, AG, let them know, man, how they can reach out to us, man.
You can catch us via YouTube, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram. You can Big Money No Problems Casting at gmail.com. Anytime you want to reach out to us, anything, if you feel like you want to just be a guest on the show, if you got something to say what you want, do what you feel. Hey, you're welcome here.
Already, man. So once again, man, like I said, everybody stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate my man. I'm gonna keep thanking him because this is my man right here. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking since
day one.
Like truly.
Magani.
Yeah,
and I'm holding you to that project, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
let's,
we
let's do
we
that.
gonna do that.
Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
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 We
Shout
gonna do
out.
that.
Let me go ahead and shout that out before we go. Shout out Magogny Elementary School. You know what I'm saying? Southeast DC. You already know.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, man, we doing our thing out here, man. We're gonna keep pushing, man. But we appreciate everybody. We're gonna keep the content coming to y'all and just stay supporting us, man. We appreciate the love we got for the first episode. Trust and believe we got many more to go, man. So continue to watch us, man. So one love, man. Everybody stay blessed, stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Talk to y'all later.